Let's have some fun today. A tiny bit of fun. Thanks for watching. Let's have a tiny bit of fun with this new HPI Venture 18 Fun Haver. This is fully licensed, so this is a Ford Bronco. You might recognize this thing from King of Hammers, for example. It is based on the Venture 18 by HPI Racing. The Venture 18 came out, I think, a year ago or something, and it looked like this. So it was a Toyota Hilux. I'm really glad to see some more body variations coming out right now, because this is a very nice and promising platform from HPI. The Bronco is pretty different from this Hilux in more ways than just the body. First of all, it is also fully licensed. So this was a fully licensed Toyota. This is a fully licensed Ford. It's also licensed by Ready to Rock, so it is RTR as in like ready to run, but it is also RTR licensed as in ready to rock. So that's for example a line of vehicles that you might recognize from this Von Gittin vehicle. You might know about the Unicorn back in the day from Ken Block. That's also an RTR vehicle, and also this Fun Haver in full size is made by RTR. Seeing that HPI has that license and that they do cool stuff with it, like for example launching this tiny 18 scale Fun Haver, I think is really cool and promising. Now, underneath there is a lot of similarity, and there's also some differences, not just because this one is actually the brushless version and my other Venture 18 is brushed, but we will get into that a tiny bit later. The Fun Haver as well, you can get it in brushed and you can get it in brushless. I think to have a tiny bit more fun, you should of course go for the brushless version, just like I have it over here as a tiny flux motor. And if you get inside of the vehicle, not physically of course, but if you open it, you can already tell that opening the body, it works the exact opposite way. Here you see this is like a 3-in-1 system with all the lights and then receiver and the ESC all packed into one for the brushed version. And for the brushless version, like I have over here for the Fun Haver, you see that everything is separated. So you have a light controller, a receiver, and then an ESC that is coupled to that very small Outrunner brushless motor. It is buttery smooth. I had a tiny bit of testing with it, and it is incredible what they managed to squeeze in such a small chassis and such a small vehicle. Really cool to see. Two steel C-channel frame rails, and in between of that you will see a transmission case that has a high and low speed. All of the gears inside are metal. It all runs on bushings along with the front, and that's really where it's most apparent. I think once you throw the steering fully to one side, you will see that there's universals, and there as well you will see those bushings. That really makes for a super smooth running drivetrain. There's a steering servo sitting on top of the front axle. It has a 4-link suspension in the front and also in the back. And then some nice beefy drive shafts coupling it to that 2-speed gearbox. The layout overall is different than you would find it on the other Venture 18. It has mostly to do with the lack of floorboard. So this Hilux has 2 floorboards, and that's also where you would find then the ESC, or that combined and then receiver and the ESC all packed into one for the brushed version. And for the brushless version, like I have over here for the Fun Haver, you see that everything is separated. So you have a light controller, a receiver, and then an ESC that is coupled to that very small Outrunner brushless motor. It is buttery smooth. I had a tiny bit of testing with it, and it is incredible what they managed to squeeze in such a small chassis and such a small vehicle. Speed controller and a receiver, and then the battery on the other side. And in this case, just because this thing is a tiny bit narrower, they have positioned everything right above that shifting servo for your transmission. So all of that is built up on this plateau over here, with the battery then sitting in the back. There's nothing holding that battery down apart from the body. So once you tilt this back and you clamp it down, your battery is securely into the truck and you can go have fun with it. Some nice oil-filled shocks with some anodized aluminum details on it, and the tires as well are definitely different from the ones that you would find on the Hilux version. The rubber compound I think is pretty similar. These are however a tiny bit taller, and they also are a bit narrower, making them a bit more aggressive than the tires that you would find on the Hilux. They're glued to some nice faux bead lock wheels, and also these axles, all of the internals over there, the ring and pinion gear, that's all metal. I think it looks good. It has a nice molded cage, a nice roll bar as well, lights sitting in the front, spare tire in the rear. There's a lot of detail to look at, and of course with all of the licensing and all of the partners, there's a ton of commercial advertising on the sides as well, and I just think that it is brilliantly executed for something in this scale. If you do want to get into the body panels and the interior and detail it a tiny bit to your liking, it's pretty easy to disassemble it. You will see that there is a very nice molded cage that secures everything, and it is very easy to just take these screws out and I don't know, give it your own little twist. The radio, pretty nice unit. This is the same radio that you find with the other Venture 18. So it has an HPI logo on the back, it takes 4 AA batteries. There's some adjustment dials and switches on the top, so you can set your steering trim, your throttle trim, your dual rate, you can set your reverse, all of that stuff. There's a power light to indicate if it is on or off. And there's a little toggle switch over here that allows you to switch gears. Pretty nice feeling radio with a foam wheel. I am definitely not disappointed with this at all. More information about the HPI Venture 18 Funhaver Bronco, both in brushed and in brushless. I will put it in the video description box so you can read up everything over there, because I'm pretty sure that I forgot a couple of things. If you have any questions, if I forgot something, let me know in the comment section. I will try to get back to you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. That is greatly appreciated. There is more content coming, some painting content as well. It has been a very busy summer so far, but this summer isn't over yet, and I do plan to get some cans out and get some paint going. So keep an eye out for that. If you've not subscribed yet, please do. It is free, and I hope I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.
Test. We're back on.